And welcome to special meeting of the Lackawanna City Council. Today is June 8th, 2020, and it is 2 p.m. Why don't we begin by reciting the Pledge of Allegiance? Would you all rise, please? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America
and to the
and to the
republic
republic for which stands
One
one nation under God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
with
liberty.
liberty
and justice for all.
for all.
Thank you. Mr. City Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Okay, as a reminder, this meeting is being recorded. Roll call, Council Ingram,
Here.
Moretti,
Here.
Sirdike,
Present.
Morano,
Here.
Department Heads, Controller,
Here.
Law Department.
Here,
Communications from Mayor. Number 1, Mayor Iafallo requests the City Council rescind the current expense budget ordinance of the City of Lackawanna for fiscal year 2020-2021 that was passed at the regular council meeting of June 1st, 2020. And secondly, Mayor Iafallo requests the City Council approve the attached current expense budget ordinance of the City of Lackawanna for fiscal year 2021.
What I'd like to do is ask our city controller just for a brief introduction as to why this is happening, so the public can understand, since we just passed the budget at the last meeting. Carolyn?
So every day, everything changes every day with all the COVID-19 situations change. Basically, Annette had called me in her office and we were talking. She was saying, you know, all the businesses were so excited about expanding. New businesses were coming in to look at properties here in Lackawanna, which to make improvements, to do anything, we will end up with more permit fees coming in for remodeling, for expansions, for building. With the new tax rate being so low, it was definitely something that attracted a lot of businesses, a lot of correspondence. So I discussed with Annette to see if she wanted to increase some of those fees, what we budgeted for, which would have a positive effect on the tax rate, which would bring it down and pass some of that savings on to the citizens. And then we had a discussion from there. It's a small change, but you know, it helps a little, I think.
Thanks, Carolyn. In addition to the increase in some revenues, that's partially due to the increased interest, but also there was a modification recently of the fee structure. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So the fees went up, and hopefully we can, the city will get additional revenues from all that. Thanks, Carolyn. Anyone wish to comment?
Yeah, I just got one question for Caroline. That changes was on page 3 of the budget, building and alteration permits, plumbing permits, and other permits.
Correct.
That's the only change to the budget?
Correct. That's the only change. Besides the tax rate going down.
Yes, right. No, I understand that. All right. And that was a $60,000 increase?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And Carolyn, the effective tax rate will become what if we pass this modification?
1710.
1710 or 1715?
Oh, hello. Let me. I'm sorry. Just to verify. I'm sorry, 1715. You're correct.
Great. Anyone else wish to comment? If not, then I make a motion to receive and file the mayor's communication and to act on the mayor's requests.
I second. John Ingram, second.
All right, so I have a motion by Morano, second by Ingram to receive and file, act on the mayor's request. Ingram,
Yes.
Moretti,
Yes.
Sirdike,
Yes,
Morano.
Yes.
Carried 4-0.
I make a motion that Morano to rescind the current expense budget ordinance of the city of Lackawanna for fiscal year 2020-2021, which was approved at the regular meeting of June 1st, 2020.
Moretti seconds.
A motion by Morano, second by Moretti, to rescind the current expense budget ordinance for the city of Lackawanna for fiscal year 2020-2021, which was approved at the regular meeting of June 1st, 2020. Ingram,
Yes.
Moretti,
Yes.
Sirdike,
Yes.
Morano,
Yes.
carried 4-0. That budget ordinance, 2A, an ordinance adopting the current expense budget of the city of Lackawanna for the fiscal year commencing August 1st, 2020 through July 31st, 2021, shows a sum of $12,695,844 being the entire amount determined to be necessary to be raised by taxation to defray the expense of the city, and furthermore establishes a unified tax rate of $17.15 of assessed valuation. Additionally, the city clerk be and is hereby directed to forward a copy of this ordinance to the city treasurer, city controller, and the city's attorney's office.
Morano moves to adopt the ordinance as written.
Ingram second.
It was you, John?
Yes, sir.
So we have a motion by Morano, second by Ingram, to adopt ordinance as written. Ingram,
Yes.
Moretti,
Yes.
Sirdike.
On the question, I'd just like to say that, like I stated at the May 18th meeting and the June 1st meeting, I feel the Fourth Ward homeowners whom I represent are going to take the hardest tax hit due to our highest appraised home values, therefore our higher tax bills, highest. I have spoken to many of our fellow neighbors, and all their assessments have increased substantially, which will cause a major added tax burden for people I represent in the Fourth Ward. And after much thought, I feel it is the best interest for me to vote no for the Fourth Ward residents that I represent. Thank you.
Well, in keeping with the discussion here, it's important, I think, to remember that the city at large is the benefit of this action. It's been talked about for a long time. It's been 35 years in the making. Other administrations have refused to address this or been too scared to address it, quite frankly. But there are businesses, Councilman Sirdike, in your Fourth Ward that deserve special attention. They've borne the burden of these taxes for so many years. This is going to facilitate a resurgence, in my opinion, of the city of Lackawanna. Our people aren't going to have to drive to other locations and other municipalities to do their shopping. This is going to be there's going to be a revived interest, I believe, in the city of Lackawanna, and it's already begun. I think overall this is going to be a benefit for the city as well as the citizens. But I'd like to also point out one major factor, and that is whatever increase in taxes people are realizing, the majority of it has to do with the reval, the reassessment, and not the reallocation of what was borne by the businesses with their $42.10 per thousand that they were paying in property taxes. So I wish the public would keep that in mind. Once this passes, hopefully, if you want to check to see what in fact your numbers are, the city treasurer could provide that information to you. Anyone else?
Just that it's been for the homeowners to realize it's been 14 years since 2006 is when there was an assessment, the last assessment. So it's been quite a while, and the property values have increased incredibly in the city.
Yeah, already. All right, anyone else? Mr. City Clerk, would you continue to take the vote?
Okay, and Council President, your vote's last.
Yes.
Okay, so that the budget ordinance is passed 3-1.
In light of that, I move to adjourn this meeting.
Moretti seconds.
I have a motion by Morano, second by Moretti to adjourn the meeting. Ingram,
Yes.
Moretti,
Yes.
Sirdike,
Yes.
Morano.
Yes.
Carried 4-0. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a good afternoon.
Have a good
Thank
afternoon.
you. Have a good afternoon.
Everyone.